Hello boys, it's Tuesday morning. A couple of quick points. This Saturday at 2 o'clock is the draft lottery. If you want to hang out with us, that's fine, just let me know. We can get some lunch beforehand. There are a few people who are going to be here. If you want to participate in the draft lottery, if you want to chat with us online, you need to have a Google Plus account set up. Otherwise, you can just watch it on my personal YouTube channel. Also, Friday we're playing golf midday, so if you're around and you want to play, let me know. We're going to a quick little executive 9-hole course, nothing big. So, that out of the way, you'll notice we have a little YouTube channel, and you see my ugly mug. I need a shave. I haven't showered yet, but you know what? I don't care. So, I'm hoping this channel is used for some trash talk. That's my goal. But before we get into all the trash talk, let's go over a couple rules and regulations. First rule: no wives, girlfriends, or other family members are allowed to be directly attacked. While for Dennis, Gouldsy, and AJ that won't be an issue because they haven't had a girlfriend in 10 years. For the rest of us, let's try and keep it clean. But you can use a family member to attack another member. So I wouldn't say that I'm going to go all Mike Tyson on Chuck's unborn child. But what I would say is that if the kid comes out looking like Chuck, if it's a boy, he's going to have to buy him a hooker when he turns 18, and otherwise that kid's not going to get laid. And if it's a girl, he's going to have to save up for some serious plastic surgery. So let's just hope that kid looks like Enid. Okay? So that's allowable. For our own little red M&M Alan, I wouldn't directly talk about his girlfriend, but I would say that she's got him wrapped so tight around her finger it redefines the term pussy whipped. Okay? So those are a couple examples there. One exception to the no family members rule is Dave Labby II, just because I think that's right. I think we should all be able to trash talk Dave. So, good with that. Next, it should be somewhat believable. It doesn't have to be true, but it should be believable. So, music, for example, is a very subjective thing. You can't really objectively say music is good or bad. But if I wanted to piss off Dennis, Jack, and James, and AJ, depending on who he's hanging out with that week, I would say something along the lines of the Grateful Dead suck. You see, they like the Grateful Dead, or at least they used to. I don't know if they still do. At least I think. I could be wrong. And while music is a subjective thing, it's kind of believable that they suck. I mean, in this case, it also happens to be true that they do suck, but you get the idea. Something that's not believable, for example, would be me talking about Gouldsy's sex change operation in July of '97. Now, while it's not believable for me to talk about it, it is believable for you to talk about it because a lot of you saw the video of him in a dress that was on Facebook the night before my wedding. Whereas I played basketball with the kid dating back to '96, back when he started not being able to pass up a shot that he didn't... There was never a shot he didn't like. The kid, I'm 30 feet out, let me chuck up the ball. He didn't learn the word pass until he got to college and he said, pass me the beer. Okay? So it's not believable that I would talk about his sex change, but it is believable that you would. Speaking of sex things and things like that, fun fact, I didn't know if you know this, but Jewish tradition is typically to have a male baby circumcised when he's born. It's apparently Hindu tradition to have him castrated. Because, that must really be the only excuse for why AJ was going to come down here on Saturday and now is not going to come down here. So when he was a baby, parents must have snipped off the balls. That's got to be the only excuse. And you see, you can do that. Speaking of jobs, Jeff, you're 29. How are you not a principal yet? Come on, man. You need to get your shit together. Do a little extra work around school, pick up some tutoring sessions, make yourself noticed. You're never going to get a principal job if you don't put forth a little effort, okay? So, let's get going, okay? On a similar note to the Hindu thing, religious debates are not allowed, but you can make fun of someone using their religion. It's a gray line, and you need to be careful with making fun of someone because of their religion. So, for example, I would say to AJ that he's going to be doubly disappointed this December because not only is he not going to have any money from fantasy football, but he then doesn't get to open presents from Christmas or Hanukkah, okay? Because he's Hindu, he doesn't celebrate that. Now, I've asked him on numerous occasions what he does at Christmas time, if they do gifts or something like that, and I'm sure he's told me. I just don't listen because I don't care. Because I'm always going to ask him, just like I'm always going to, ask him what it's like to be a vegetarian, because he's a crazy Hindu, sort of. Okay, that's beside the point. Okay, so related to no religion, no politics. Okay, no political discussions. Now you can get at someone in a political sense. So if someone's conservative or liberal, you can get at that, even if you are yourself conservative or liberal. Here's an example, Doug. I don't know you. I've met you once, maybe, but I don't know you. I do know why you moved to Carolina, though, Doug. Or maybe it should be Congressman Hutton. Although, from what Jeff tells me, it should be more like Comptroller Hutton. That's about as far as you're going to go. Let's be honest, Doug. You were a little disappointed when you heard that dumb shit Paul Ryan's name being chosen as the running mate for Mitt Romney. We know it's a little wet dream you've been having recently that your name was going to get called. Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. Go Obama, Doug. Go Obama. So, you see there, a little bit of political stuff, but no actual political discussion. Okay? You can get personal, like with Fat Legs, Dennis. You can say it's a shock that he's putting on as much weight as he is, considering the kid works for a damn non-profit making no money. Man, I hope you found something when you moved out when you were out there visiting your brother in Colorado, because I gotta tell you, 28, and you're now for the first time being left home alone. Time to get that kick in the ass. Okay? You can talk about the brothers, the little Labby brothers, who, when I was in high school, looked exactly the same. Now they're trying to do the different hair to look a little different, except one had the hair metal, the metal band hair from the Whitesnake 80s and crap like that. One of them now has the Brillo head, the other one is short hair, so it's like the before, middle, and after. And I gotta tell you, I still can't tell you apart. I just don't care enough about the hair. Either way, you guys are ugly as sin. My God, you gotta get some rings on your girlfriend's fingers, because they're gonna wise up soon. They are significantly better looking than the two of you. They're gonna bounce. That's a little friendly advice from one ugly guy to another. Okay? Or two others. Whatever. All else fails, go fantasy football related. You can talk about bad luck, like Jamal Charles getting injured in the first week of last season. That's right, Chris. Or you can talk about Frank, who in the very last week of the 2010 season needed 20-some-odd points to secure second place in the league, had Adrian Peterson and Tom Brady going in the Sunday and Monday night games, and didn't get 20 points, and I won second place. Of course, that's about all the trash talk I'm going to gear towards Frank, because, well, frankly, I still want to get Devils tickets. So, there you go. You can talk about bad decisions, like Gouldsey drafting Steven Jackson with the 3rd overall pick in 2010. You can do that. Or you could talk about, I don't know, Chris drafting Peyton Manning last year in the first round, I think. Although, truth be told, we didn't know yet that Peyton was out for the full season, because we had the draft early last year, so that could fall under the luck category. So, there you go. So there's a few ideas. So, no attacking non-league members, except for Dave Labby. No political or religious discussions, and they have to be somewhat believable. Those are the 3 guidelines. If you don't follow those guidelines and you break a rule, you're going to get anywhere between 3 and 10 points deducted from that week's score in your game, depending on the severity. I can't imagine it's going to be an issue. Honestly, I can't imagine you guys are going to actually use this channel, but, what am I going to do? Oh, and if you get points deducted, the decision can be appealed. So, I guess that's it. I guess you even if you don't know me, you guys must have some ammo on me now, considering I've spent this much time making this video, creating the YouTube channel, doing a real draft lottery with 78 freaking ping pong balls. But, I do have a little bit of time right now. I got a couple of weeks before the semester starts. But you know what else I'm going to have? In 6 months, I'm going to have more PhDs than the rest of you bitches combined. Suck on that, losers.